Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank you to all of you for lending me your ears for our forum today. Our issues of today is about the sexual harassment among women. I hope all of you are fine with me, Ms. Izzafar Habibti Hassan, as your moderator today. So we have a special guest. So let me introduce about our panelists to all of you. Next to me is Inspector Amin, who is police from Kuala Terengganu. How are you today, Inspector Amin?
I am fine, thank you.
Next is Mrs. Syazwani, who is citizen from Kampung Bukit Bayas. Welcome to our forum, Mrs. Syazwani. Thank you. And then Dato' Anwar, who is counseling officer from University Science of Islamic Malaysia. How are you today, Dato' Anwar?
I'm in a good condition, thank you.
The last panel is Professor Madia Nabila, who is head of Women Association. Welcome to our forum, Mr. Prof. Madia Nabila.
Thank you to moderator and hello to everyone.
Sexual harassment among women is one of concern issue in our country. Most of women are being harassed when they are outside, either outing with their friends or travel on public transport. Without wasting our time, my first question to Inspector Amin, what is your opinion about sexual harassment among women?
Okay. Thank you to our moderator. What can I say about definition sexual harassment is conduct or speech in that physically gesture for speech related sex in the women group. That's for me. Thank you.
Now we move to our second panel, Mr. Syazwani. Can you share with us how someone be sexual harassment?
Miss Moderator asked me just now about how someone be sexual harassment. Okay, for me, someone be sexual harassment sexual harassment be happen because of victim herself. Okay, firstly, because of her dress up. Nowadays, we look, there are many women, they wearing sexy dresses. As we know, men, when they see a woman wearing sexy, they will feel passionate. As we know, in Islam, we as a woman doesn't allow to wear sexy dresses. Allah say in Al-Quran, Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 59, to the Prophet, tell your wife and your daughter, and women of the believer to bring down over themselves of their outer garment. That is more suitable, that they will be known and they will not be abused. That ever Allah is more forgiving and merciful. So I want to advise women to wearing clothes modestly. Secondly, because of the power and overwhelming upper management is conquered by men. So the position of power disproportionately occupied by men, and the bottom is disproportionately occupied by women. Said Abhijit Sagu, a professor of sociology and gender study at UCLA, author of the book 2003. At the workplace, the type of harassment is quid pro quo. Under quid pro quo is form of a harassment. Is a person in authority, usually a supervisor, demand you to subordinate, tolerate to sexual harassment as a condition to getting your job, to getting the job or keeping your job. For the example, promotion. I give for the example, a supervisor asks you or demand you to kiss him in order to keep your job. So the conclusion, there are two reasons of why someone be sexual harassment. Firstly, because of her dress up. Secondly, because of her power.
Mr. Syazwani said just now, there are two ways how someone be a sexual harassment. One of them is a woman wears a sexy dress when she out, because the men's eye cannot see to women who wearing a sexy dresses. Next, my question to Dato' Anwar. Can you share your knowledge with us how to prevent sexual harassment among women?
Thank you to Ms. Moderator. Firstly, in my opinion, the first is the most effective way is to provide protection and assistance to all women who feel they are being harassed. This is because all parties must be intelligent and alert surrounding the sexual harassment. This is because the sexual harassment will be in any time and anywhere. For the example, if we see a woman interrupted by any man, we should take an action immediately. We should protect the woman and also we should prevent the man. With this regard, the woman will feel more protected and not endangered. Secondly, in my opinion, the other effective way is by writing an anti-harassment policy. This is because with this availability, all women in this country will feel more protected and not endangered. For the example, in China country has been introduced the anti-harassment policy. After 10 years, they recorded decline sexual harassment rate to 25%. That's all from me.
Thank you to Dr. Anwar for sharing your knowledge with us. Dr. Anwar said there are two ways to prevent sexual harassment among women. One of them is employees should provide protection and give support to the victims. Now my question to Professor Madia Nabila, can you explain to us the impact of sexual harassment among women?
It's easier for the question. Okay. Impact sexual harassment to ladies. Firstly, they will be in trauma condition. If this thing happens in their life, it was very hard to forget about this. Okay. This will impact their focus, calmness, emotion, and mental. They scared if they tell the society about this, the society will judge them and make them low confident. So they decided to keep it by themselves and stay it as a secret. Okay. Secondly, they will feel curious and careful with the surrounding. They will feel worried and feel unsure with the feel of the condition, meet the new stranger people, see the human shadow, and at the new places. Because they will be paranoid and insecure with all the movements surrounding them. Okay, lastly, they will feel ashamed to face and get along with society. They think in their mind they don't deserve to be with society after they've been harassed by someone. They're insulted and worthless. In conclusion, all this impact will affect their life in a long time and make their attitude convert from extrovert to introvert. I think they need to be guided by someone who believes them and counselor. Thank you.
Thank you to Prof. Madia Nabila. Now we know that the impact of sex harassment among ladies. They are trauma, feeling curious, and careful with their surroundings. Now we will take a break, the forum. We will continue the forum after this. contribute to our forum. My second question to Inspector Amin. Can you tell us how many types of sex harassment among women?
Thank you to our moderator. There are many types of harassment. One of them is oral disorder. Oral disorder related to conversation. For example, to produce the sweet word and seductive and talk about porn. Besides that, signal interaction. What we know, signal interaction using the body language. Use body signal that shows sex treatment. For example, hand signal and seductive glance. Next, visual harassment. Visual harassment is showing the pornographic materials, painting pornographic image, and writing about sexually text in chat between men and women. Finally is physical disturbance, involving unwanted touch, pitching, embracing, kissing, and sexually assault. That's all I can say about type of harassment. Thank you.
Thank you to Inspector Amin. Now we know that 4 types of sex harassment among women. There are oral disorder. Second is signal interruption. Next is visual harassment, and the last is physical disturbance. Now my second question to Dato' Anwar. Can you tell us who should solve this issue in our country?
Thank you to Ms. Moderator. In my opinion, the most accurate to solve this problem is government. This is because the government has the greatest power in this country. In addition, all people in this country is bound to the law of the country, which is drafted by the government. For the example, the offenders of sexual harassment will only executed if the government create the case law only. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thanks to Dato' Anwar. The government in our country should be aware of the crisis and try to straighten the law to prevent the wrongness of the offenders. And now we have a few questions from our audience. Let's watch this video.
My name is Nur Asma Laili binti Cik Hashim. I'm studying in Faculty of Usuluddin at Al-Azhar University of Cairo, Egypt. I have a question to a moderator. Is there any specification places that women can be victims in sexual harassment? Thank you.
I'm currently studying at University of Sussex, United Kingdom. I have a question. If someone was sexually harassed, what should they do?
Thanks to Ms. Asma and Ms. Hidayah for the question. For the first question, I would like to invite Prof. Madia Nabila to answer. And second question, I would like to invite Mr. Shazoni to answer the question.
Thank you to Ms. Asma for the question. In my opinion, sexual harassment can happen at any time and anywhere, even when you're at university, at home, and at public places. So my advice to all the women in Malaysia, you have to take care of yourself and be careful wherever you go and wherever you are. Thank you.
Thank you to Ms. Hidayah for the question. Okay, my answer, what we have to do when we be sexual harassment. Firstly, we need report to the police station or tell someone that we believe. And if we have proof, we must bring it together when we report. And we must never scare to report if the harasser threatens us. Okay, I advise anyone who be sexual harassment, just go to the police station and make report. That's all.
Thank you to Prof. Madin Nabila and also Mr. Shazoni for the answer. To sum up, sexual harassment can happen everywhere and anytime, especially to women. Therefore, women should always be careful. An action from government needed to prevent this crisis by sentencing a severe punishment to the offenders. This became a lesson to the people. Thank you to Inspector Amin, Mr. Shazwani, Dato' Anwar and also Prof. Madin Nabila for spending time with us. So this is the end of our forum today. On my behalf, I would like to apologize if we have any mistake. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.